Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. We strongly recommend to stay on a sim as long as needed before you go live. This is a very high risk trading market. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated trading signal as long as you are on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. This is not a trading room. This is a educational room. For the ones who are new, you can follow. We had the last signal on the ES sell at 34.55.25, target 34.31, which we did hit the target right in line with the target, and the auto trade closed the position. At the moment, we have 59 ticks into the profit based on one contract. The Nasdaq just got 16 ticks. The YM got 95 ticks. And this is from the last entry signal. It's not the whole day. On the right upper corner, this is the scalper. We use a white chart. We don't use the blue chart. So it will not be any confusion. And when we start taking a trade, we start sharing those trades with you. And it will be on a white chart like this one here. Another things also, we will be sharing different type of an auto trade, totally different. In your package there is around 7-8 auto trades, and we will use a different, which most of you trade this kind of automated trade. As you see, this is the first trade right now, and we will keep our eye on the CL and see what's going on. We can examine what's going on in the market, because once we can analyze the ES, we can analyze the whole market. And at the moment, we had the entry, the sell entry at 34.64. This is the re-entry. We hit the target, right in line with the target. Here is the situation right now on the ES. As we see from in 10 minutes ago, the market hit this 35 actually, and this is a very heavy support area, and the market is still on the flirting with this 34-35 area. So if the market goes up, do we have a re-entry for the guys who are trading manually? I hope if you want to follow us to stay on sim. The re-entry point short, it will be 34.51.75, and there is no long trade, gentlemen, on the ES. It's going to be impossible to go long on the ES. If you wanted to go long on the ES, you can take it from that support area, but then you need to exit somewhere around 52 area. So, we are almost every day, we are extremely accurate predicting the market, practically 8 out of 10. And my imagination here on this ES will go probably farther down than this 35 area, because it's impossible to go above the 34.53. When you see this number 34.53, this is plot it on your chart. You don't have to do anything. It's automatic. This is the number is a re-entry point to the auto trade. When the new signal come out, we'll fire that trade, and then we will go ahead and once it hit the target, we'll exit the target. But this, when the market, if the market pull back, and if you are using a just out-of-date indicators, basic indicators from the 90s, by the time this market go and across the 41 level, you will start have a wrong reading, and on your indicators, and now start telling you you are going long and you're not even near the long. What you have a little scalping to the 51 level, and then the market will drop. So my estimate is this market is going to continue to the downside. And today is a Friday, and we are driving to the institutional numbers. Those are a different system than the market analyzer, as you see here on the swing trading. So we are heading down to the target one. Once we hit the target one, it will be profit taking. Before 12 o'clock, we should be hitting target two, and it is over. Once we hit target two, Elvis left the building. There is nothing left to do on the ES before 12 o'clock anymore. So this is what to do every day to plan for you what's going on in the market. And even if you are auto trading, you will not be misled by your auto trade or anything like that. So you will be understand what's going on in the market. For the Nasdaq traders, it's the same story right now on the Nasdaq. As you see on the Nasdaq, as we said, target one and target two usually on a Friday. Those are institutional numbers. It's a separate system from any other system here. And those calculation usually target one and target two hit before 12 o'clock. And on a Friday, it is on the first 2 hours. On the first 2 hours from the trade-in should be hitting those trades. So as you see here on the NASDAQ, we are hitting target one. Target one is going to cause a profit taking. And as you see here, look at this. When it hit the target one, the needle did go up. If you are using an indicator or a dummy auto trade, it's going to go ahead and fire a long trade, and you are not even long. There is no long trades in here. There is a profit taken, and we are going straight to the target two. If this market, after the profit taken, the market go back up again, the system is telling you where to re-enter the market short. It will be at 115.8825. So for the guys are trading manually, you don't have any long. You should be concentrating on the pullback re-entry short. Pullback re-entry short. Always concentrate. For the last 28 years, there is one thing has never ran out. Confirmed trend, pullback re-entry has been around the block for many years, and the rest, they all come and disappear. But the strategy, confirming the trend going down or going up, wait on the pullback, understand where is your level in the market, and then you will re-enter the market. It is the most success trading ever, and it's been around for over 28 years. The problem is those amateur traders, those newbies coming in, they're asking where is the money at, and they have no clue how the market works, and they will never have success in this business. So they just make noises in this market. So what I'm saying is, once you understand the direction of the market early in the morning, you understand where is the problem in the market, then it will be very easy to start predicting the market and trying to understand where is your level in the market, and that's all what it requires. And then once you confirm where is the trend, pullback re-entry, and you stay. Sometimes you make $100, sometimes you make $300, sometimes you walk away with nothing. But welcome to trading. There is no one direction winning all the time. It does not exist on that. On this one here, we're gonna go back to this auto trade we were covering yesterday. It hit 1,125. We're gonna go ahead and refire it again, and we are going to we're gonna let it take in the trades one more time on this one here. So now it is recalculating, and we're gonna go ahead and start taking those trades like what we showed you yesterday, the same auto trade. So on the first trade on the CL, close position on the first trade, you can see is 430 on the first trade. We have a couple $1,000 on the YM. On the market analyzer, also this is the scalper YM. I mean, sometimes it's very hard to keep up with everything, guys. This is the scalper ES. It's really stressful. This one here is just close position. It's really stressful trying to cover everything and being on the YouTube and going live and talking to our members. It is our plate full here. So we hit the target and on the CL, and it is 1500 on the CL. So it is done. If we wanted to go ahead and do it one more time, we can do that. But I'm not going to activate it. I cannot keep my eye on it. So I'm going to leave it as is and try now to deal with the scalping. Target 2 hit. Profit taken on the target 2. So be careful on the NASDAQ. Pulling back to the target 1. Re-entry at 115.60. The auto trade on the scalper estimate where you need to exit, but I have extended those trades. Seems like there is a little bit more to take out on the ES. But as you see where the system, when the auto trade took those trades, estimated where is the target, and we are right in line with it. And this is the scalper, the white chart coming from the right upper market analyzer. The blue charts are the swing trading. So now they're both broke even. The trailing stop is based on a fib, floating fibs. So I'm not gonna mess with the trailing stop. I normally try to extend the target to see if we can grab more, but usually those trailing stops, I don't mess with them that much. But when I see the market is unstable and I took a trade, and I'll break even plus one take to just cover myself. But I normally do not play with the trailing stops. I'll leave them because those are the fib lines, and now your trailing stops, they are a fib line, double resistant. One is a minor and the other one is a major. Why messing with it? Leave it as is. And there is enough beef in there on the trailing stop. And it looked like on the ES we're as expected now. We hit the target 1, and there is a support area at 33.99. Is struggling with that support area. Target 1, profit taken. And probably they're going to drive you banana until they hit target 2. We will see how the outcome coming in on this one here. Beautiful trade. Absolutely beautiful. The scalping automatically turns to swing trading. What it takes, gentlemen, one signal a day, one time, one trade, one signal a day. This system, you cannot trade it 24/7, that kind of trade. Now, on a different kind of auto trade, like what we are using, this is a different. Today we did not get that much on the DAX. I only use one chart on the DAX. I don't have any other time frame. I don't have Renko bar. I don't have whatever that is called, line break. I don't have anything except the 4 minutes on the DAX. And this kind of trade, and I tight up the trailing stop and the stop loss on the DAX because it's very expensive if the DAX goes south. And it is barely hit today. The daily target is 1,000. Normally gives us much more, but today barely enough. So on this kind of auto trades, you can auto trade day and night. I will maybe I will show you some of the trades on the server. We've been testing the new entry. And the last 2 days it's been running 24 hours, and I will show it to you later on the server. I don't know if I have the server on. No, I don't have it. I will do that, but we've been testing the new entry, and hit almost 9,700 on it. So right now on the pullback, we just closed one position and we still have one more position. And look at this. It's the same story happened yesterday. The market came down here and we hit the double reversal in conjunction with the support area on the ES. And the market is this poor guys now, if they are using indicators or some kind of auto trade based on a moving average like an ATR or momentum or MACD, this is now start getting a false reading, and he thinks by now, and especially on top of it, he's using Renko bar, so now he's on a total different planet, and there is no. I mean, if you are experienced enough, you can reverse the market, but you have to be scalping the market because there is no long trades at all, you know. And for a guy between the amateur guy and the guy has been around, the amateur guy by another bar, all his indicators start pointing long, and he goes long. With the older guys, they've been around this business. They will not be taking a long. They will be waiting in here and taking a short right there at 34, 32, 50. This is the difference between one guy has been around the block or a guy, just a newbie guy coming in, and he want to get rich without doing anything. So this is where, once you understand this area here, you understand there is no long. We have told you from the beginning there is no long and there is no long trades. Very straightforward. Now the ES is struggling on target 1. It is going to be profit taking on target 1. So when you see those bars going up on the ES, you understand this is a profit taking the trend. As you see for the last 5 minutes, now it's 10:25, and from 10:18, once it hit the target 1, the market stay around target 1 profit taking, and it will drive you crazy, and then all of a sudden it will hit target 2 and it is finished. So once you hit target 2, the party is over, and then you leave, you close your computer, and you leave those guys struggling and keep losing money and then ruin their weekends. So once you understand what is your Boris for today, I don't know if we are done trading at 11. I don't know if it is 11:15. I don't know if it's 12 o'clock. But when this market technically is over. There is no use to sit down behind a computer being miserable and ruin your account for nothing. You cannot trade. You cannot trade all day long on the future. You cannot sit on the gambling table all night long and having a winning cards in your hands. The same thing here. You cannot do that, gentlemen. Wake up to the reality. You cannot do that. Not even the best trader in the world cannot do that. Now, there is no auto trade. It's gonna. When we were at the bank, they take 300 trades, and half of it they were losing trades, and they have 11, 15, 16 guys sitting in the other room adjusting the auto trades constantly, and they couldn't even get over 150 out of 300 trades, winning trades. So you cannot be sitting by yourself somewhere driving with Ninja Trader platform with one auto trade. You don't have even an IT people correcting your auto trade. Some of you hardly know how to load a chart or a color an indicator, and now you want to bang on the market and get success. It's not going to happen. As we see target 1, profit taken, the needle is going to go up a little bit on the ES. Nothing we can do about it. We know why it's going up. There is no longer trade. If you want to scalp a couple of 3 ticks to the long side because you have a support area at 33.99, I can live with that if you have a light hands. But it is a very critical area. Profit taken at target 1. And very soon we will be hitting target 2, and the party will be over on target 2 with the ES. Once we hit target 2, the party is over trading today. If we look at the NASDAQ also going directly to the target 2. Once those two, the ES and the NASDAQ, hit target 2, profit taken, what is going to happen? Normally, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, once we hit target 2, the market go back to target 1 and then retest it. Right now we are on a re-entry at target 1. We actually hit the target 2, and now we are going to target 3 usually is for the afternoon, but it seems like the NASDAQ is going on the target 3 immediately today, even before 12 o'clock. So once we hit target 3, is finished. There is nothing left on the NASDAQ to go short with. And the YM, on the YM trade, we can take it to the target 2, right above the fib line, and this is the final destination trade in the YM for today. There is nothing left on it. Nothing left on it. Okay, here's the ES coming to the target 2 as we expected, as we planned it early this morning. And this one here, we're going to take it a little bit further. Let's see if we can go a little bit further on the YM. The YM is 27809. Okay, we'll leave it for now. Once we hit, we want to maximize. There we go. We hit target 2. Look at this. And the market going up. Look at this. Profit taken. Now it's going to go back retesting target 1. Look at this. Is how accurate it is. And NASDAQ hit target 3, I think. Those are institutional number. Once the NASDAQ hit target 3, there is nothing left on the NASDAQ. And those guys, they're going to be, after we hit target 3, they're going to be in a big loss on the NASDAQ trades. So we'll keep our eye on it as well. You will see. I will show it to you. Look at this. Target 2, profit taken, is going back to retest target 1. And guess what? That is going to stay around 20 minutes, gentlemen. Around 20 minutes. The market going back and forth between target 2 and target 1. There is nothing surprising in the market once you understand what's going on. There is no surprises. Very rare you get surprised by a movement, and when you see that, you just stop and run. It's not your day that day. But normally, the market is very much predictable. It's like you're reading a book. You cannot miss it. The worst nightmare when somebody calling me, Sam, is it long or short? If you don't know if it's long or short, why you want to trade it? Leave it as is. Why you want to trade it if you cannot figure out if this market's short or long? Wait 10 minutes, wait 20 minutes, and then trying to read the direction in the market. If you don't know, if you are trading manually, you don't know if it's long or short. Why you want to take a trade? I still don't get that. Okay, look at this. Now the ES is going to the target 2 again. We're gonna maximize it. Look at this, gentlemen. What we said about target 2. What did we say about target 2? Look where the market was flirting with target 1, and now it hit target 2. And the Nasdaq is finished for today. Target 3 is done. Few bar down, few bar up, but it is. Look where is the ES, as we said. Look at this. It's been on target 2 from 1029, and now we are 1034. Can you imagine this guy is trading indicators and not knowing what he's doing? Or auto trading and not knowing what he's doing. So as you see here, we don't come out at night after the fact. We come in live in front of everyone to show you how you need to look at the market, whatever system you are using. We want to give you a different point of view how this market function, and open your eye and get more confident in your trade and understand the market. When you have a proper education in the market, you cannot go wrong with it. But you cannot shoot in the air and expecting to have a success, or hiding behind an indicator, or hiding behind an auto trade, and quit your job and ruin your life, and you are not qualified to be trader. It's not the system, it's the trader. How he is trained enough. You can use any system when you have a discipline. Now on the trading, on the target 2, we are done with the target 2. Target 3 is for after 12 o'clock. And I don't know why, but I'm going to start closing position right at 27797. I'll put it on 2780. We are done with the YM, and I'm glad we are done with it. This is the maximize you can get profit on the YM. And on this one here, I'm leaving it alone on a target 2. And if we are going to the NASDAQ is finished, all this below the target 3 is finished. And seems like they're driving it to target 3 before 12 o'clock. Amazing. We will see. We are closing the YM a little over 6,000 even on the YM. Closed. Done. And then this one here is on the target 2, so they wanted to go on target 3, and target 3 is 3357. 75. We take it one more. I'm closing the ES on 3358.25. This is the maximize you're gonna get out of it. And then the is over. We are hitting the target 3. Look. Ooh. At the moment, at the market analyzer, we have total of 1571 ticks into the profit based on one contract. On the scalper, we have 3650 ticks based on one contract. NASDAQ is finished. There is no more trade. Those yellow lines, once the market hit between those two yellow lines, we are in a danger zone and there is no more trades. And now, as you see here, this one here, profit taken on, and we will see. At the target 3, the market doesn't matter about money, guys. Is for us to know how to look at it. On the target 3, after we hit target 3, profit taken, go into target 2. The same principle. When it goes to target 2, go into target 1, and it is finished. We are done. Nothing we can do. I prefer, you see how we close the YM, we close it right to the last tick on the YM. NASDAQ, it was over a long time ago. We're no longer interested in the NASDAQ. This is a critical area. We're not interested in it. And we missed this target by a couple ticks on the ES, but I don't care. We can take it from we can take it both of, I mean, either trailing stop or the target. I'm happy with it. Let's drag something down. Right now, what is moving is the gold. We can take a look. You see the auto trade where it has put it, and we can drag it a little bit. And don't seems like this is the only time I miss with the trailing stop is when I see the system is struggling with that trade. I break even immediately, either gonna make it or break it a +1 take, so it's not gonna cost you any money. And then this is over on that trade. Nasdaq, there is no trade. YM, there is no trade. Nothing. Okay, so this is the last trade. We have the ES and the gold. And as you see how the market was struggling, we're out of it. I'm so glad. Immediately we cover it. So as we see right now, the ES is hanging after the target 3. We know that. And this is going to drive you crazy between 3 and 2. And we're going to maximize the trade to the last take on that one here. So the target 3 profit taking institutional number 3358. And we are coming right down to it. A bit stubborn, but that's how it is. There we go. Look at this. We are fighting to the last tick. Super. There we go. To the last tick. Look at this. Okay, and let the amateur traders now, get lost between target 1 and target 2 and target 3. All what you see right now below those lines, as you see those yellow line, this yellow line, and this yellow line, the market has entered those deadly zone. This is finished. Those is no longer interest us to take any trade. Actually, those, if you want to try, go on a micro account on a sim, taking 1 trade long. And those area here is to reverse, is no longer short. Despite this market going couple bars up and down, we don't want it to deal with noises in the market and trying those guys to tell you, okay, look, you're going to miss a trend here, jump on the wagon. No. You stay firm on your technical levels, and what happened after that is no longer is your problem. Right now, if this market want to go up, right now at 1044, you mark my word at it, you will never be able to make money, whether you are auto trading, banana trading, manual trading, voodoo trading, whatever you want to call it. You will never be able to make money from 1044 to 12 o'clock. And I'll make a bet with you. You cannot. It's finished. You have an exhaustion here. It's finished to the short side. And now where is the re-entry points? Is pointing, the system is pointing at your re-entry point, and it's going to drive you crazy. Now it is 1 bar up, 1 bar down. 1 bar up, 1 bar down. You go long, the market gonna go short. You go short, the market gonna go long. And it's going to be disaster for a Friday if you think you're gonna put your head in it. There is a limitation what you can do in this market. We're trying to be on the same direction of those market movers and not trying to get our head into the indicator and not look what is on the other side. You have to understand what those guys are doing and what those guys are thinking, because they're not using your Renko bar. I don't care where is your Renko bar coming from, even from us. They're not using your Renko bar. They're not using your line break. They never heard of it before. They have never used your takes. They never used your range bar. And you want to beat them with your Renko bar. Those guys are using 15, 30 minutes chart. Minutes charts. Now, if we want to, we can go ahead and upload one of those 30 minutes chart, and I can show you what those guys are looking at. Let me do that. It's finished. Look at it. It's finished right in line. NASDAQ, Dow Jones, ES. It's like an engine. Look, let me show you. Here is, gentlemen, your 30 minutes chart. That's what they are looking at. They're not looking at your Renko bar. Look at this. Those are your 30 minutes chart on the ES. You see? Where is the target on the 30 minutes? Target 1, target 2, and it is finished. That's what they are looking at. And if you look at the 30 minutes or the 15 minutes, you'll understand what they are doing. And you can see where were the levels they had a problem with is 34, 45, 50 went into the support area, came into the re-entry point, hit target 1, target 2, usually target 3 after 12 o'clock. They hit it on target 1 and a profit taken. Now, if they want to go further down, maybe on the 30 minutes, it will be final destination as the system estimated here for today. Not before 12 o'clock, for today, 33.2875. Welcome to trading, gentlemen. You cannot bull your way around this business if you don't have the stripes for it. So this is the 30 minutes. If we want to look at the 15 minutes, it's a little bit less headache for you maybe. You will see also it is the same stories. So right now, look at this. It's the same story. It's a target 3 hit and it's finished, and here is your support area, right, exactly right in line. That's what they are looking at. So now where we are going with this one here. Now if we look, that's why those guys, those poor guys now, they have 20,000 indicators on their chart. By now their MACD, their ATRs, their momentum, every whatnots on their chart is telling them long. And they go long. But the reality, there is no long here. It's a pullback re-entry. It's the opposite. If you are smart or you have a light hands, and we told you when those guys here, the ES, the NASDAQ and the YM, we told you once they go below those, go back to the video, go on a sim account, micro account, and take a long trade. Because once they hit those yellow lines, there is no more short. It's fake movement. So now, this market, look at this, is going up. Look at this guy using those indicators. By this time, all his chart pointing positive, especially if he's using Renko bars, and the market starts sinking on him one more time. He goes short right now, and the market is going to turn around and go long. Where is the entry right now, gentlemen? It's right there. 338775 re-entry. Where is the entry on the NASDAQ? Right there, 1131850. Where is the re-entry on the YM? It's right here, 27948. Here is the $1 million question. If this market broke those numbers, the 3390, on the NASDAQ, the 1131825, and the YM 27948. 56. If this market break those numbers, all trades short is off. There is no more trades. Why? Let's take a NASDAQ. If we look at the NASDAQ, this line and the bars, the farther those bars are away from this line is the stronger trend. Once those bars start touching this line here, that means the party is over and the trend is over. So when the bar close above this area here, kiss it goodbye for a short. And this is where you really need to understand what's going on in the market in order for you to approach this market, whether you are voodoo trading, auto trading, banana trading, manual trading, whatever type of scalping, swing trading, whatever you are doing. If you don't understand where you are going with it, you're going to get lost. You cannot depend on just mechanical or algorithm. They are wonderful in conjunction with the little brain we have. You know, I don't have that much left, but little brain we have, common sense. Once I see this market crossing those lines here, that's mean we push the brakes on the short. As long as this market below those numbers, as long as those bars are still going farther away from those lines here, that's mean we are still on the right track. So when your MACD, ATR, line break, Renko bar start pointing to the long side, you are reading the market wrong. It's like you are landing an aircraft at night, relying on your instruments. When your instruments are wrong, you're going to crash. And that's what's happening here. You're crashing and you are reading the market wrong. So I'm not going to, as a trading, we are done at trading today. I'm sorry, I have been busy. I have not covered this auto trade today. And it is a very small trade, actually. It hit 1,525. We're going to go for one more round. Very small trades today. Okay. Actually, we are done with the trading, but I want to, guys, please, I really don't know how long I can keep going with the YouTube. I'm bored with it. No, actually, we still have one more trade on the NASDAQ. On the scalper with the NASDAQ, took that trade. We have a signal fired on the NASDAQ buy. And look, where is this NASDAQ? It's coming exactly where I told you. So I know it's not going to survive. So we're going to go ahead and break even. Now, this one is already positioned itself, but it's not going to last long. Why? Now, this is the number. This is the line we told you about. This is the re-entry point. And if the market starts closing, now, you know, here is Romeo and here is Juliet, and now here they are kissing. So that means the trend is finished. So right now, if this bar start closing above that line, the trend is broken and there is no way we can go short. However, if this area here hold, maybe we can get few ticks to the downside. Few ticks, not much, few ticks down. But the party is over. So, if you go back on this video, and you can see where we have closed, we maximized to the last tick on the market, on the ES and the YM, if you go back with this video. And look at this. This NASDAQ crossed that line. You know, if you cannot remember like Romeo and Juliet. This is Romeo and this is Juliet. When they kiss, that means the trend is over. So now we are above that line. So there is nothing but a banana trade in here. There is nothing left. Not your auto trade, not your manual trade. Nothing is finished. It's over. And this one here, we're going to go ahead and tie it up because I mean, this one positioned itself way, way, way before we even got to there. The market got in on that trade at, the auto trade got in at 264, and the 264 on the NASDAQ. Actually, 261. Okay, well, was a very high risk trade anyway. But the trend to the short side, guys, is over. The party is over. And the ES right now, look at the ES and look at the NASDAQ. If the ES will not cross this re-entry point, your NASDAQ trade is hanging on the ES. If this ES hanging on the re-entry point, your NASDAQ is going to collapse again. If the NASDAQ if the ES, guys, for the technical question, can you wait till we are out of the YouTube? I cannot answer my hands are full in here. I don't believe it. Asking me question about Monday. There is no webinars on this Monday. It's a holiday. On this one here, now I'm lost. On this one here, if the ES not able to close above this number here, the NASDAQ is going to collapse again. So if the NASDAQ the ES keep going above that number, that's mean we are going to hit home free on the NASDAQ. And look at it. Where is the NASDAQ sitting? And if you trade in the NASDAQ, you don't understand where you are going with the NASDAQ. Always keep your eye on the ES, because right now we are at the crucial moment on the ES to see if this market going to be above or below that number. And that is going to have direct impact on your trade. And as we see here, as we try to simplify it, Romeo and Juliet kissed here. So now the market is going up, and now the ES broke that trend. That means there is no more short trade, and now we are looking for confirmation on that. And now you can see start firing a new signal into the buy position. And I will not take that trade on the swing trading. I will take the one on the scalping. We still need to confirm. And this one here is not gonna take any trade. Then do not follow the swing trading. This is a very critical area. Get rid of it. Stay on the scalping. And it's all about this ES. It's all about your ES. And it's sitting right there, don't know which direction to go. And if the market did go up on the ES, the NASDAQ is going to fly up. And if the ES fell from target 2, then the NASDAQ is going to collapse again. So we are, as you see, the movement on the NASDAQ is in conjunction with the ES movement. Look at this. It's a really critical area. But the line has been broken. There is no more short trade and there is no more long trade. And this is what caused the NASDAQ collapse and is over. Now the trend has broken. There is no more short trade. Now there is nothing but volatility, and you cannot make money in this. You cannot. And when the ES is going to drop from this area, it's going to drive you crazy between 33.71, going to the target, back to the 33.80. There is no more trending market. There's a chop market. And now we understand what happened to the Nasdaq trade. Was not bad, but guaranteed, guys, it's 11 o'clock. And no matter what you do right now in the market, you're going to lose. No matter what you do. Auto trading, voodoo trading, whatever you want to call it, you're going to lose. You're not going to be able to make money. The trend is over. Once the trend is over, you cannot use automated to trade when the market is not trending. You're going to get in trouble, and you cannot, when you cannot do manual trade, when you cannot make money in a manual trade, you cannot make money on an auto trade. So when there is no manual trade anymore here, that means you cannot use your auto trade. Remember, when there is a manual trade, when you cannot take a trade manually, you can activate the auto trade. But when there is no trade manually, you cannot activate any auto trade because they will not make it. So, gentlemen, that's all what we have. Is 11 o'clock. The party is finished for today. There is no more trading. It's nothing but a problem right now from now to 12 o'clock. I strongly advise you to switch to SIM, whatever you are doing, wherever you come from, whatever company you are with. I strongly advise you, do not ruin your weekend. Stay away from it. Stay on SIM from now to 12 o'clock. I don't know what happened after 12 o'clock, after lunchtime, but from now to 12 o'clock, you're going to have a lot of disaster trading, especially if your eye is not used to the system. As we look on the scalpers, the scalping is in red, start getting in red. That means it's finished. Everything is done. It's finished. There is no more trending. The market done with the short trade, and now is going in between two directions. Folks, I wish you a very nice weekend. Please be safe. God bless you all. And to our traders, there is no webinars on Monday, and it's gonna be the Monday after, and